be glad when somebody get that hoe and drag that bitch and beat the fuck out of her. And I can't wait. And I hope somebody do it and put it on world stage.
Okay, I'm finally home and can explain what on earth I've been trying to talk about. And if you're new to my page and you have no idea what I'm talking about, or you just found this story, something's happening where people are finding this story through my stories. That's happened to me before, but I also have a lot of new followers from a couple months ago on this page. So if you're new here and you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me explain the story really fast. I'll just recap it for you guys so you even know what on earth I'm talking about right now. And yeah, I should just start posting this on my main feed. I really should, but there's a lot of reasons that I'm not right now. But I kind of feel like posting tonight on my main feed. Like, fuck it, who cares? Like, I was a content creator for like 4 years and then I walked away from the internet, so I'm just like really burned out. And like, I'm so sick of this story. I'm so sick of this story. To be totally frank, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of the whole thing. But with all these new developments, okay, it's just exhausting. Okay, so I've been a content creator here for I don't know how long, since 2020 or 2021, I can't remember. And I got on the internet during a mental health crisis. I was having a nervous breakdown, okay? I found out at like 31 years old that, like in my early 30s, around that time, I found out that my whole life was a lie, and that not only was I neurodivergent and had all of these things, and I had severe ADHD and all this stuff, but I have a traumatic brain injury, and it's affected my whole life, like since the 9th grade. They think that's when I got this traumatic brain injury, but like my life was already a mess before that. Like since I came out of the womb, you know, something was different and I struggled in really extreme ways and we could never figure it out. And then, you know, all the stuff about neurodivergence came to the forefront and I was obsessed with studying about the brain. So yeah, and then I got a QEEG brain scan and found out that not only was my brain a ridiculous place to inhabit, I found out a ton of different stuff, but one of the main things I found out was that I have this really insane traumatic brain injury that I didn't know I was living with. So it explains so much. And I had a nervous fucking breakdown. So I got on TikTok and I started talking about it. And I talked about all the medical trauma I've been through and all the misdiagnoses I've been through and everything I've been through, and these idiots just didn't know I had a brain injury and all this stuff. So I got really popular really fast, and I grew this account really fast, and it was really overwhelming. And then I started a second account to talk about my experience with spirituality. Like, because I had been through so fucking much with my brain and my body, I tried everything to heal myself, right? So one thing that I got deep into was new age spirituality and quantum healing, and you know, that whole world of like manifesting your reality. And I thought that if I could just get on the right frequency, that like, you know, all these symptoms would go away, and they never did, and it got worse, and I lost my fucking mind, and you know, just all this stuff happened. So I started a second account where I was kind of talking about that, and that blew up. And people had been asking me the whole time if they could pay me for my time and blah 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 blah. So when I hit 100,000 followers the second time, I opened up like a small consulting business where people could just like ask me questions and stuff like that. And I made it very fucking clear what I was and what I wasn't. And I made it very clear that I'm in no way a mental health professional or anything like that. Like I had this whole disclaimer that I went through with people, blah, 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 blah. And one of the first people who contacted me was this woman named Samara Granovsky. And she is this very scary lady from Canada. And it turns out that she's just this very rich woman from Canada who is a psychotic, malignant narcissist. And I am not the first person or the last that she will do this to. And I've talked to her family. I've talked to a lot of people that knew her in the past. Like, this story went very viral and everybody says the same thing about her. But she's a millionaire from Canada, and she found me on TikTok on that account where I was talking about spiritual stuff. And she wanted a consultation. So we met, and she wanted to talk about her business and spiritual issues. And so, and I didn't know that she was fucking obsessed with me. And yeah, it went sideways. Like, it was okay for a little while. She wanted to keep working with me, and then it got really fucking weird, and she started confessing crazy ass crimes to me. So, and I realized that she was dangerous, and I didn't even know if she had money at that point, like, which she does, but she was telling me so many crazy things that I was like, yeah, it was so wild. And I ended our business relationship, and she lost her fucking mind. And she was like, basically like, you're not gonna tell me no. And she tried to ruin my life. And she went to, like, there were already people that didn't like what I was talking about, you know, like spiritual people and manifestation people who didn't want me like coming up against their industry. And I was getting a lot of traction. Like, I was getting interviewed by like Vogue and Glamour and the Boston Globe, and yeah, I was getting a lot of attention. And So Samara went to these people that she knew didn't like me, and she plotted to take me down. And there was like this group that sprung up, and they said that I would, like, basically it was like an out of control hate group. And I didn't know at the time that I could just not respond. Like, I was so new to this, I didn't have any media training. Like, I'm such a, like, I just am naive, and I literally thought, like, if I was just honest, like, everything would be fine, and it wasn't, and I should have never responded. But it's such a long story. But she got this insane hate group together, and because she has money, she got a lot done. Like, they bought my name. She bought my fucking actual name. Every name that I've used online. She bought Allie Priestley Production. She bought all my usernames at the time. Like, literally started playing rich people games with me, dude. And I've never been through shit like this. And they started threatening me, right? I started getting all these weird messages like, we own you, we own your content, like, we're gonna wipe you off the internet, we're gonna, like, you're gonna disappear, like, all this shit. And I was like, what? And I looked it up, and they actually had bought 5 trademarks with all of my usernames, one with my fucking full name. And the first attorney I was working with, she was like, this will never work. Like, this is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. And she was like, you can sue the trash out of these people if it does work, you know? And I didn't think anything would happen. So I tried to just, you know, whatever. I tried to ignore the trademark part of it, but everything got so crazy, okay? These women got out of control. They wanted me gone. They started putting out all this crazy stuff about me. Aunt Karen had these paid lives about me. Like, they were bullying me to the point that, like, dude, it was fucked up. It was, I'm only laughing because, like, how did I get through all this? It was so fucking crazy. And it wasn't just like one person. It was so many people. Like, it was a bunch of fucking crazy people who found each other online. And they're like people who spend their days on Reddit. But wait, it gets so much crazier. I hate that these stories are only 10 minutes. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do this in fucking parts on my story. This is another reason I can't talk on the internet anymore, is because I did so many things on TikTok in parts and stories that I think I drove myself insane. Like, it's not healthy to have a 75-part series. Like, fuck this. No, let me tell it in one fucking thing. Part 2 coming next. Motherfuck. This video is... Okay, I hate doing this in stories. Like, it makes me feel like I'm gonna go mad. I need to just sit down, put this on YouTube, not worry about the receipts, and, you know, not stress too much about receipts. I always want to make it like a really intense video, but it's like, I just need to sit down and tell the story, share the receipts that are important, and move on with my fucking life so that the people who care know the truth, you know? But, oh my god, now I'm gonna sneeze. Are you kidding me? Hold. Oh my gosh, okay. I have no idea where I left off. But basically, these women bought my name, were trying to destroy my life. They vowed to, like, never stop until I was literally not on the internet anymore. Like, it was so fucking crazy. They committed so many crimes to get me off the internet, and the only reason they got away with it is because Samara lives in Canada and because the legal system is so expensive. But if she had lived here, I could have gone after all of them. But trying to sue someone in Canada, even if you are a fucking celebrity, I heard, who was I listening to the other day? He is like an actual fucking actor. I can't remember. He's like a big time actor, and he was talking about trying to sue someone in Canada. Like, it makes me so angry to talk about, okay? But Samara was the one who paid for everything, and she is legitimately extremely rich. It's crazy. So, and this is what rich people do to each other. They like trademarking. This is what they do to each other and to people like me who don't know any better. This is a normal fucking thing that rich people do to fuck each other over. So they trademarked my name. And Samara literally was like planning on paying people. She had one woman quit her job to try to start a foundation about me. Like, when you talk about like malignant narcissist final boss, like Samara, and she's so dumb. She told people, she went way too far. She told people that I posted naked photos of her. She told people I posted revenge porn of her. She even told the Boulder DA that, her attorney did. I was investigated by every agency you can think of. She told the state of Colorado Medical Board that I was practicing as a fake therapist and that my 70-year-old parents and I were running a criminal enterprise out of my house. They never asked me one question. How did they not ask me any questions if I'm the one being investigated? I found out after the fact. Like, and on top of it, I had these like 20 feral fucking women trying to ruin my life. They bought an Instagram and confessed crimes to the government as me. Oh yeah, it just, every single day it was something like that. They literally tagged the FDA, the IRS, the Attorney State General, like every Colorado official. They tagged the IRS. like posing as me, confessing crimes that have never happened to the government. Like, they acted like I was the one posting it. They stole my domain name. Like, it was... And that's just a couple things. I'm trying to get through this really quick, just to recap. They sent the police to my house multiple times. They were trying to have me put in a psych ward. All this shit happened just because I told a malignant narcissist no. And I told her off. Like, I told her what I really thought of her. I wasn't her fucking therapist. I was like, dude, I was like, you lie a lot. It's really scary. I was like, I just told her what I actually thought. Oops. Yeah. And then she teamed up with another diagnosed dangerous narcissist named Carrie M. Brewer. Scary people can find each other on the internet so fast. They had Discords. They had Reddits. Samara would have people on her Discord like it was their fucking job. She got one woman to quit her fucking job. Samantha Shapiro she told me, she was like, I took all this time off work and like Samara was supposed to pay me. Like, she had her own interior decorating business, so I guess she didn't quit her job, but she said she stopped her entire job to fucking work for Samara and try to take me down. She was gonna run the foundation about me in the United States, and Samara was gonna run it in Canada. Okay. This bitch had people on Discord. She was like, it was like an evil mastermind's dream. She was just like this puppeteer behind the strings. But wait till you hear the other part of this fucking story, okay? So, she has this group of people that she has convinced that I'm gonna go to prison. And they were all posting about it online. They were like, remember Rolling Rosemary? Holy fuck. This one girl got on here and acted like I was like on To Catch a Predator or something. She was like, she's going away, everyone. 5 to 10 years. We can all breathe again. Like, it was so scary to see how fast this group of women not only believed lies about me, but believed Samara. She promised them by that Christmas that year that I was gonna get picked up and taken to fucking prison. They kept saying jail. And I was like, bitch, if I'm going to jail for 10 years, that's called prison. Like, they were so stupid. They couldn't. Samara kept saying that I paid her that she paid me $35,000 and that I never paid my taxes and shit. I mean, I did the math in 2 seconds. She paid me $6,500, like, on the dot. And like, every time I would catch her in a new lie, I would put it out and people would be like, and then they'd come back and be like, well, she might not have paid her that money, but Allie forced Samara to send her nude photographs, and then Allie put it online. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is not funny, but I'm just laughing because it's fucking insane. And, like, I forget, like, I've just been living this for years. So, anyways, basically, she was like, I'm gonna destroy this woman's life. So she came up with this plan where she said that I was moonlighting as a fake therapist and that I was running this, like, underground therapy business. And that, what else did she say? Yeah, she said that I posted nude photos of her online. Like, how easy is it to prove that I didn't do that? That I forced her to send me nude photos? She claimed, I mean, just crazed stuff. And she was working with, like, one of the most elite, huge law firms, out of Montreal, Canada. And this trademark attorney literally helped her try to wipe my identity out. And they really thought that they could steal all my content and that I would just be quiet about it. I don't know what the fuck these people thought was gonna happen. Like, they thought that they could just wipe me off the internet, and what they did is they took these trademarks and they went to TikTok and they said that they were me. Like, this is a felony. They literally said that I was posting their content, that, like, they owned the name Allie Priestley and that I didn't own my own face, and that I didn't own, like, it was, okay. Oh my god, this is gonna take 70 fucking parts. I'm not putting this all on my story. I'm gonna try to condense it the next story because it's already at 10 minutes, and then I'll put it on YouTube and just leave it there so that people can see who care. This video is for educational purposes only. Oh my god, see how maddening it is to do things